Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to my corner of the world. We are back with some more Absolute Superman. This time we got issue number 8, Absolute Superman Beaten. Yeah, that basically just tells me that he's about to get into a fight with somebody and he's going to lose. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. Let's get into it. A link to the original video will be in the description if you want to check it out on your own. Let's run this up.
Superman is on the run, and the Omega Men, Lois Lane, Lazarus,
so tough,
and Brainiac are looking for him. Who will find him first? Welcome to the Comic Story and Complete Story series, where you get audio dramas of your favorite comic books, helping you decide what to go out and add to your collection. Today we continue Absolute Superman with issue number 8 by Jason Aaron. I hope you enjoy. Ra's al Ghul stands in his office in the Lazarus Court
I can't get over that.
as an assassin from the Omega Men charges at him. Death to the oppressors! The Omega Man screams as he raises his energy knife. But Ra's just blocks it and catches the blade in his forearm. Director Al Ghul, they're ready for you now on the earnings call. His assistant, Ubu, calls over the comms line. Patch me through, Ubu. We mustn't keep the investors waiting. Ra's says as he yanks the blade away from the Omega Man and turns to smash him in the face before grabbing him by the throat and lifting him into the air. Ladies and gentlemen, you know the year's numbers, but here is something you haven't heard. Ra's says as he lifts the assassin into the air, snapping his neck with ease.
Also, why is he so damn big? Ra's is huge. He's like friggin' Kraven from the Insomniac Spider-Man game. He legitimately looks like Insomniac Kraven. Holy dude.
That is the sound of an assassin.
Why is he
sent
so
by
big?
Those who would dismantle everything we've built. I thought you might like to listen as I kill him. Ra's says as he drops the dead body to the floor, smiling at the sounds of cheering coming from the other end of the line. He pulls the energy blade out of his arm as he turns to meet the other assassins, still speaking calmly to the shareholders.
He tossed the
He's
knife
just
to
a
the
man.
side.
Kill him and we save the planet. The other assassins shout. Ra's calmly steps forward and lashes out, punching one of the killers into a nearby wall, while at the same time speaking about how he founded Lazarus Corp almost 200 years ago and made it his mission to make the world a better place. I never imagined I might live long enough to fulfill my company's ultimate goal of resurrecting the world. Ra's states as he kicks the assassin in the chest and sends him through a nearby door, landing in a Lazarus pit. Activate Lazarus Pit. Maximum power. Ra's orders the computer. The assassin begins to scream as purple liquid begins pouring from the ceiling. Ra's nods and turns away, reaching down and retrieving an old sword that had fallen from the wall. He glances in the reflection of the blade, watching as the other assassin rushes him from behind. But Ra's sidesteps and avoids another blow. He whirls quickly as he takes the sword in two hands and slashes the Omega Man across the chest. Eventually, I saw the world for what it was. A maggot-riddled carcass. It would fall to me alone to bring this ravaged, overpopulated planet
and
back
he
to
decapitated
life.
him. Okay.
Ra's tells the shareholders as he whirls around again and severs the man's head from his body with one blow. Ra's sighs and looks around the destruction of his office. He turns and walks.
It's a kind of cool effect that they did here where you got the blood dripping down, and here it kind of looks like it branches off into a tree or like a tree root. That's kind of cool.
Back to the Lazarus Pit, staring down at the baby the first assassin has been reverted to. The day of resurrection is close at hand. Soon, Lazarus shall rise from his tomb
Oh
like
no.
a newborn babe.
Is he planning to turn all, well, maybe not all, but like a mass amount of people into babies and then raise them under like some League of Assassins indoctrination thing? If so, that would be kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, as far as villain plans go, that's kind of top tier, but at the same time, brother, that is a lot of babies to take care of. Who's raising all of these kids?
Roz
That's a
says
lot.
as he reaches down and picks up the child. A lifetime ago, the name Ra's al Ghul struck fear into the hearts of the masses. The demon's head, they called me. He says as he walks back through the office to the balcony that overlooks the city. Holding the child out, he stares into his eyes. But like Lazarus, I have been reborn. I am a god with the power to heal the lame, to restore the
way
old,
the
to
child is
save
positioned, he
the
kind of
planet
looks like
from
Superman
the
flying.
billions of leeches who would bleed it dry. You may call me the God's Head now.
Oh.
My only regret is that I have no son through which to do this. Roz tells them as he releases the child,
No
allowing
way.
it to plummet towards the streets of Metropolis below. Not yet, I don't.
He didn't just do that. He didn't just do that. He did not just do that. He did not. There's no way. That he. Oh. Oh. Yo. There's no way. He really. Oh my god. There's no way. He really just did that.
He turns away from the balcony without
Yo.
a second thought. Until next quarter, my dear friends of the League of Shareholders.
That's so
Lazarus
crazy.
means salvation. Lazarus means sustainability and the power to sacrifice. Lazarus means hope. Roz tells the shareholders
And then they.
as he finishes the meeting. Meanwhile,
Oh my
in Smallville,
god.
Kansas, Cal stands in the hospital room of Martha Kent. He smiles
He
down at the
really
old
just
woman,
dropped a
telling her of
baby
his
from a
travels,
balcony.
telling her of how he found an island in the Arctic
Wow.
Ocean that you can look up into the stars and feel like you were the only person in the world. Just like the tall grass prairie, like the Flint Hills down the road, like home, Cal whispers. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a handful of seashells, placing them gently on the nightstand. I brought you seashells from all 5 oceans. You always said
Oh,
you
wow.
wished you could see the ocean, Cal whispers. But Martha begins to stir. Her eyes are cloudy with confusion. Who are you? Jonathan! Martha begins to yell, struggling against her blankets. Cal tries to calm her, tries to make her remember him. It's okay. It's Cal, remember? But Martha is confused, lost in her own mind. Jonathan! There's someone in my room! Help! Martha cries, and Cal has no choice but to fly out the window. Shortly, he is walking down Smallville Main
That's so
Street when
sad.
he finally stops. You people have no shame, he says to the shadows on his left. Jimmy Olsen steps out with his hands raised. Are you kidding? I've got more than I know what to do with. I'm here with the Omega Men. I've been sent, Jimmy begins to say. But Cal cuts him off as he turns to his right. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, the answer will always be no. That goes for both of you, he says as Lois Lane steps out of
That
the
is
shadows
kinda
on
funny,
the opposite side
Getting
of
the
the street.
trio like
Lois
this.
has her hands open, showing that she's not armed. She walks forward slowly, trying to convince Cal that she isn't there for Lazarus. Just as me, Lois Lane, she says as she holds her hand out in a greeting. But Jimmy is suddenly there, pushing her away, pointing out that Lazarus is probably tracking her position as they speak. But Lois pushes him back, pointing out that the Omega Men are just as bad, and their boss lady put her father in a wheelchair. And your boss just turned a blind eye to 23 dead bodies in... Wait, where'd he go? Jimmy says as he realizes that Cal is no longer with them. Lois looks around, calling out into the night. She's studied Cal's history in Smallville, knows that he keeps returning there, saving people. I know why you keep coming back here. The Kent family farm. By all accounts, they were lovely people. Lazarus took that from you. Since then, you've been searching for a place to belong. I think you're looking for someone to trust. And I think that just maybe, she calls out. But there's no answer. Superman? Are you even still there? She finally says. But Jimmy motions to the closed-down Main Street around them, shouting that Superman came back to fight for what's left of Smallville, to defeat the Lazarus Corporation, to take back the land for the people. But suddenly, the streets around them are full of red dust, and Superman appears before them, anger flashing across his face. Peacemaker Smith! I'm here because of him and the innocent people that he murdered in Pakistan. I came here in hopes of stopping myself from killing him.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I don't think he necessarily came back here to fight. I think he came here to not fight, to be off the grid, you know? To just chill out. Because like last issue, or was it the last one or the one before where he almost killed Christopher? He was vengeful. He was wrathful. Yeah. He was quite wrathful, and he left to try to control his temper. So I think that is what he's doing here. He's trying to remind himself of the good-hearted nature of his that his parents instilled within him. And the closest that he's gotten to that feeling was when he was with the Kents. So I think he came here as a reminder of that, not to fight as you would believe.
Cal continues, but suddenly there is a gunshot. Cal stares down in shock.
Oh no, kryptonite.
Blood begins to seep out alongside a strange green gas. Lois and Jimmy both draw their weapons as Cal collapses to the ground. Do you see a sniper? Who the hell's firing? Lois shouts. But Jimmy motions to the peacemakers descending from the helicopters around them. Are you kidding me? Who do you think? He snaps back at her. Lois moves to help Superman up, but Jimmy whirls and aims his pistol at her. You're not touching him, he shouts. Lois shakes her head and lowers her weapon. Look, you and I, we're from opposite ends of the spectrum. We don't agree on anything and never will, except for this. If we stand here arguing while this miracle dies at our feet, we will never live long enough to stop regretting the greatest failure of our lives.
But the guns away,
Jimmy
at least lower them from each other and help him.
Before lowering his own weapon. Help me get him out of here, she says. Meanwhile, the peacemakers have begun to spread through the streets, led by Peacemaker Smith.
Oh,
peacemakers!
No.
Secure the perimeter.
What
Waste
did they
whoever's
do to
helping
you?
him, Smith says as he begins to move through the streets. Meanwhile, Lois, Jimmy, and Cal have taken shelter inside an abandoned bookstore. Lois is checking him and realizes that the bullet is still inside
Lang
his
family?
chest. I thought he was
Nice.
supposed to be bulletproof, Jimmy whispers. Cal, I am having great difficulty extracting the projectile. Its composition appears to be... No, that is impossible, Sol says as he examines Cal's body. Don't care what it is.
Yeah,
Just
right, just get it out.
Sol, Cal whispers. He begins to scream in pain as Sol works to extract the bullet. But the wall suddenly crumbles inward. There you are, Smith bellows as he reaches down and grabs hold of Cal, lifting him into the air and throwing him through another wall and back out into the streets. Smith stomps forward, slamming his fist into Cal again and again. But Cal fights back and quickly gets to his feet, lashing out and punching him in the chest, staggering him. Peacemaker Smith's abilities appear to be upgraded, and the solar energy in your cells is rapidly depleted by the bullet's radiation. Kal-El, this fight could kill you, Sol warns. But Cal ignores him and hits Smith in the chest again. But the Peacemaker smiles. Cal's blows are getting weaker. Brainiac showed me everything. I serve the will of God, Smith bellows as he hits Cal in the chest again, bringing him to his knees. Cal tries to use his ice breath, but Peacemaker Smith just punches him in the face. Kal-El, the bullet, is of Kryptonian origin. It is the planet's irradiated remains.
Can you just focus on trying to get
Smith
it out?
stands ready to continue the fight, but looks up as both Lois and Jimmy approach him with their weapons drawn.
Why are you not pulling the trigger?
Lois orders. Smith just smiles at them as the rest of the Peacemakers arrive. Weapons trained on the traitor and the terrorist. Guns down, both of you, the Peacemakers order. But suddenly, the streets are filled with the residents of Smallville. All y'all put your damn guns down and march yourselves out of Smallville. This is still our town.
See, when I was getting my haircut this past weekend, like I was talking to my barber about how far being nice can get you, because he was talking about how somebody did him a favor, like somebody he doesn't like necessarily know personally, but they see each other every day through the window of his shop and they wave hello at each other, and just from those small interactions accumulating over time, he got a favor from that person. And it's like, just being nice and showing compassion to people can actually get you a lot further than you'd think. So Cal being here with the people of Smallville, him saving the day here, protecting these people, being nice and being compassionate, it really goes a long way, because now here they are taking up arms for him. Love to see that.
The townsfolk shout. Smith smiles and turns to those gathered, prepared to murder everyone. Ha! God bless America. But suddenly, a glowing fist punches him across the face. Smith! Superman bellows as he beats the Peacemaker into the ground. Smith looks up to see Superman surrounded by red dust, now clad in more powerful armor.
And there are spikes.
You should have stayed the hell away from Kansas.
Oh, I love
Superman
this suit.
growls as the red dust swirls around them, slashing at the Peacemakers, shredding their weapons and armor. Superman moves blindingly fast, his fists slamming into Smith again and again. I just punched you 1,000 times in 30 seconds.
Golly.
Stay down, Smith, Superman orders. But Smith doesn't listen. All that power, and you're still afraid of your own rage. Look at you. You've got my bullet in you, killing your alien ass. And you're still holding back, Smith says with a smile. But Superman steps forward, raising his glowing fist. Not anymore, he growls. But Smith's smile widens. He struggles to his feet and draws his pistol. It glows with another strange green bullet. Ha! Too late, pal, he says as he aims and fires. The round hits Cal's armor, knocking him
In the
back.
same
Smith
area?
fires again, and another round rips into the alien, knocking him to the ground. Cal tries to speak to Soul, but the system is down. His friend is silent. Ra's al Ghul. That's God's secret name. Brainiac told me, Smith says as he stands over Cal. He raises his weapon and aims it at Cal's head. God says, all we gotta do to save the world is murder a whole bunch of people. Smith tells him with a smile. His finger begins to tighten on the trigger, but suddenly, energy rips through his body. You forget yourself, Peacemaker. You belong to Brainiac, and I am always watching. The Superman is not to be killed. Brainiac
'cause you'd
says
wanna-
into Smith's mind
you
before
wanna,
the
like,
Peacemaker collapses to
inspect
the
him,
ground
right?
and passes
Like,
out.
see what he's all about,
Superman
where he
is
comes
still
from, and
wounded,
all that.
blood seeping from the gunshots as he struggles to his feet. Get me out of here, he gasps. We're trying. We just don't know what to. Lois starts to say. No, you, Superman says, pointing at Jimmy. Lois turns to Jimmy. You said you had a way to save him. Do it, Lois tells him. Jimmy doesn't hesitate. This is Agent Alpha. I need a boom, Jimmy says into his
boom tube?
comms. Suddenly, there is a loud boom and a
If that was the situation, why did you not do this earlier? Why would you wait until now to use the boom tube? Alright, Jimmy. You just kind of lost some respect points there. Why would you wait until now to use a boom tube when you clearly saw that things were not going to go your way here?
portal opens in the
man.
street. Energy and light fill Smallville as the Omega Men pour out, opening fire on the advancing Peacemakers. Lois begins to help Superman through the portal, but the Omega Men Primus steps forward and places an energy sword to her throat. Not you, Lane, she says. The
Damn.
Omega Men suddenly disappear into the portal, leaving Lois behind. The Peacemakers surround her, aiming their weapons at her. Lois doesn't fight. She puts her hands in the air in defeat. What the hell have I done? She whispers to herself. And that is where issue 8 leaves us. Next time, we finally learn the secrets of the Omega Men. But what is going to happen to Lois? You'll
Oh. Okay, and that was issue number 8 of Absolute Superman. Things are getting wild. We saw Ra's al Ghul turn a man into a baby, and then he tossed that baby over a balcony, which was absolutely insane. Never expected to see that. We see what are their names? The Omega, no, not the Omega Men. The Peacemaker Corps, led by Christopher Smith. Them using Christopher Smith using kryptonite bullets to take Cal down, and then the Omega Men take Clark using a boom tube, or take Cal, I mean, using a boom tube. But yeah, this is a lot. There was a lot that happened in this episode, and the next one we are going to be checking out the origins of the Omega Men, which should be fun. But anyway, that's gonna be it from me. If you enjoyed my reaction to this, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya.